There's a cardboard box shaking in the rain by the side of Route 9. Inside, a mother dog, nothing but bones and matted fur, clutches a piece of stolen bread between her teeth. Her 3 puppies are barely breathing. She didn't ask to be thrown away. She only asked to feed her bobbies. This is the story of what happened when one broken man found another broken family and decided that maybe, just maybe, they could save each other. You will be really shocked to get to know the details of how everything happened. If this story has stirred something in your heart, we want to ask you for a moment of connection. Every single day, we pour our hearts into bringing you stories like this, stories of love, loss, and unlikely bonds in the wild. When you subscribe to Primal Wild Stories, you become part of a family that believes compassion still exists, even in the most unexpected corners of the world. Each new subscriber helps these stories travel farther, touching more hearts and reminding us all that kindness is never wasted. If these stories mean something to you, we would be honored to have you with us. Folded. You won't believe what happened. Here is how everything happened. It starts in a kitchen that smells like burnt coffee and neglect. Dawn's just breaking through grimy windows when Stella pushes open the cabinet door with her nose. She's done this twice before this week, stealing scraps, crumbs, anything. Her ribs jut out like prison bars. Behind her, 3 tiny puppies whimper in a cardboard box shoved in the corner. They haven't eaten in 2 days. She grabs half a loaf of bread, stale, hard, perfect. Then the voice comes, sharp as a slap. Again. Margaret storms in, hair in curlers, bathrobe stained with yesterday's rage. She sees the bread in Stella's mouth and something in her just snaps. I don't feed you for weeks, and this is how you repay me. Stella drops the bread, backs toward her puppies, tries to make herself small. You know what? I'm done. Done with you and your worthless mutts. Margaret doesn't hesitate. She shoves Stella into the box with the puppies, tapes it shut with packing tape, and drags it to her car. The whole time, Stella's trying to position her body over the puppies, protecting them even as the world closes in. The car ride is 10 minutes. The box bounces and slides in the trunk. One puppy, the spotted one, stops moving. Then the trunk opens. Margaret lifts the box, carries it to the edge of a drainage ditch by Route 9 and lets go. The box tumbles, hits the mud. Stella's still clutching that bread crust in her mouth. Margaret drives away without looking back. And the rain begins to fall. Marcus hears them before he sees them. He's pushing his shopping cart full of scrap metal, copper wire, aluminum cans, anything that'll get him $5 at the recycling center when the sound cuts through the morning air. A whimper, faint, desperate. He stops, listens. There, by the ditch. Marcus approaches slowly, the way you approach anything that might be hurt or scared. The cardboard box is soaked through, collapsing in on itself. One flap is torn open. He kneels down in the mud and looks inside. 4 pairs of eyes stare back. The mother dog is skeletal, her coat matted with filth and rain, her eyes sunken but alert, protective. The puppies are pressed against her belly, 2 brown, 1 spotted. The spotted one isn't moving. Marcus's hands shake as he reaches in. Easy now, he whispers. I'm not gonna hurt you. Stella flinches but doesn't bite. She's too weak, too defeated. Marcus lifts her out first. She weighs almost nothing, and then carefully, so carefully, he scoops up the puppies. That's when he sees it. The bread crust, still clutched in Stella's mouth, now soggy and falling apart. He picks it up, stares at it, and suddenly he understands. You stole this, didn't you? His voice cracks. For them. Stella's eyes meet his. There's no fight left in her. Only a question, are you going to hurt us too? Marcus tucks the puppies inside his jacket, against his chest where it's warm, and stands up. No, he says quietly, not me. The walk to the water tower takes 20 minutes. Stella can barely keep up. She limps beside Marcus's shopping cart, stopping every few steps to catch her breath, her eyes never leaving the bulge in his jacket where her puppies are hidden. Marcus talks to her the whole way. "I know you don't trust me yet, that's smart. World's full of people who'll let you down," he glances at her, "but I'm not gonna be one of them." A car passes. Stella flinches, tries to hide behind the cart. "Yeah," Marcus says softly, "I get it." They pass the old rail yard, rusted tracks and broken boxcars, and then the water tower comes into view. It's been abandoned for 15 years, covered in graffiti and rust. But there's a ladder that still works, and at the top, there's a small platform with a door that doesn't lock anymore. It's not much, but it's dry, and it's his. Marcus stops at the base of the ladder and looks down at Stella. "Listen to me," he says, crouching so they're eye to eye. "You did nothing wrong, you hear me. Nothing wrong, you're a good mama." For the first time, Stella doesn't flinch when he reaches out. She lets him touch her head, just for a second. Then Marcus tucks her under one arm. She's so light it breaks his heart and starts climbing. The puppies squirm against his chest. He can feel their tiny heartbeats. "Almost there," he whispers, "almost home." The inside of the water tower is exactly what you'd expect. Concrete, cold, smelling like rust and old rain. But Marcus has made it livable. There's a pile of blankets in the corner, some clean, some not. A camping stove. A few bottles of water. A battery-powered lantern. He sets Stella down on the blankets. She immediately pulls her puppies close, checking each one with her nose, her tongue. The spotted one, the one that wasn't moving, stirs slightly. Lets out a tiny sound. Marcus exhales. "Okay, okay, you're alive." He grabs one of the water bottles, pours some into an old plastic bowl and sets it in front of Stella. She stares at it for a moment like she doesn't believe it's real, then drinks. Fast. Desperate. Too fast. 5 seconds later, she vomits it back up. "Whoa, whoa," Marcus says, pulling the bowl away. "Slow down, girl, I know you're starving, but you gotta go slow." He gives her just a little this time, a few licks. She keeps it down. The puppies are starting to move now, making soft mewling sounds, rooting against Stella's belly. But she's got nothing to give them. She's been starved too long. Marcus watches the spotted puppy. The weak one struggles to stay upright. Its breathing is shallow, labored. He takes off his only clean shirt, a faded Springsteen t-shirt from 1987, and wraps the puppy in it, tucks it close to his chest. "You hang on," he whispers. "You hear me, you hang on." Then he looks at Stella. "I'm gonna get you food, real food. I'll be back, I promise." Sal's corner store sits at the edge of Millbrook like a tired old man who refuses to retire. The sign out front flickers. Half the shelves inside are empty, but Sal's been here 40 years and he's not going anywhere. The bell over the door jingles when Marcus walks in. Sal looks up from his newspaper. "Marcus." "Sal." Marcus walks to the counter and empties his pockets. $3.47 in coins. Dimes, nickels, pennies. He counts them twice to make sure. "I need dog food," Marcus says. "Cheapest you got, and he hesitates. "You got any puppy formula?" Sal raises an eyebrow. "You got a dog now, Marcus?" "4 of 'em." "4?" "Yeah," Marcus looks down at the coins. "One's real bad off, Sal. Real bad, I think. I think if I don't get food in her soon, she's not gonna make it." Sal studies him for a long moment. Marcus has been coming to this store for 3 years, ever since he lost his job, his house, his life. Never caused trouble, never stole, just bought whatever he could afford and left. But there's something different about him today, something in his eyes. "Purpose." "Puppy formula's expensive, Marcus." "I know. $9 a can." Marcus's face falls. "I got $3.47. Sal sighs. He disappears into the back room and returns with 2 cans of dog food, a small bag of kibble, and a can of puppy milk replacer. He sets them on the counter. Call it a special. Marcus stares at the supplies. His throat tightens. I'll pay you back, Sal. I swear to God. Just take care of him, Marcus. Marcus nods. Can't speak, just nods. Marcus is halfway out the door when Reed's pickup truck pulls into the parking lot. Reed's the kind of guy who peaked in high school and spent the next 30 years trying to recapture it. He's got a crew, 2 other guys who dress like him, talk like him, think like him. They make money trapping stray animals and selling them to the county for $20 a head. It's legal, barely. Reed sees Marcus through the window, sees the dog food, the formula. He gets out of the truck and walks inside. Hey, Sal. Reed leans against the counter. Someone feeding strays around here. Sal doesn't look up from his newspaper. Don't know what you're talking about. Come on, Sal. I just saw your buddy Marcus walking out with a cart full of dog supplies. Reed grins. It's not a friendly grin. County's paying $20 a head now. Puppies count too. Maybe Marcus got a pet. Marcus can't afford a pet. Marcus can barely afford to eat. Reed taps the counter. Where's he keeping them? How should I know? Reed straightens up, looks out the window. Marcus is already halfway down the street pushing his cart, the supplies tucked carefully inside. Guess I'll ask him myself. Sal watches Reed leave, watches the truck pull out of the parking lot and follow Marcus down the road. He picks up his phone, thinks about calling someone, then puts it down. Just take care of him, Marcus. Marcus hears the truck before he sees it. The engine growls behind him, low and deliberate. He doesn't turn around, just keeps pushing the cart, keeps walking. The truck pulls up beside him, slows to match his pace. Reed leans out the window. Hey, Marcus, heard you got some new friends. Marcus doesn't answer. Where you keeping 'em? The water tower. Still nothing. That's county property, Marcus. You know that, right? Strays gotta be reported. Marcus stops walking, turns to face the truck. They're not strays, they're mine. Reed laughs. Yours? You can't even take care of yourself. The truck pulls ahead, then cuts Marcus off. Reed and his 2 buddies get out. They're not threatening, not yet, but they're blocking the sidewalk. Just hand 'em over, old man. Make it easy. No. No, Reed takes a step closer. We can do this the hard way if you want. Marcus's hands tighten on the cart handle. His heart's pounding. He hasn't been in a fight in 20 years. He's 53. His knees are bad. His back is worse. But when Reed reaches for the cart, Marcus doesn't move. They've been starved, Marcus says, his voice shaking. Beaten, thrown away like garbage. And now you want to drag them to a shelter where they'll sit in a cage until someone puts them down. They're just dogs, Marcus. They're survivors. Reed's face hardens. Move or we'll move you. Marcus plants his feet. You want them, his voice is louder now. Raw, you go through me. For a long moment, nobody moves. Reed's 2 buddies flank Marcus on either side. The street is empty. No witnesses, no help. Marcus knows how this ends. He's going to get hurt, maybe worse, but he doesn't move. Then, from behind Reed's truck, a voice. I got 911 on speed dial, Reed. Everyone turns. Sal's standing there, phone raised, camera pointed directly at them. And I got my security camera pointed right at you, Sal continues. Assault charges stick real good these days, especially when there's video. Reed's jaw clenches. He looks from Sal to Marcus to the cart full of dog supplies. This ain't over, he mutters. But he gets back in the truck. His buddies follow. The engine roars, tires squeal, and they're gone. Marcus exhales, realizes he's been holding his breath. His hands are shaking so hard he has to grip the cart to steady them. Sal walks over, puts a hand on Marcus's shoulder. You good? Marcus nods, can't speak. Go, Sal says quietly. Get out of here before they come back. Marcus wants to say thank you, wants to explain what this means, but the words won't come, so he just nods again and starts pushing the cart. Sal watches him go. Then he looks down at his phone, the video's still recording. He saves it just in case. Back at the water tower, Marcus climbs the ladder one-handed, the supplies balanced carefully in his other arm. When he opens the door, Stella's waiting, ears up, eyes alert. The puppies are huddled against her, still wrapped in his shirt. "It's okay," Marcus says softly. "It's just me." He sets everything down and gets to work. First, the formula. He mixes it carefully, 1 part powder, 2 parts warm water, and fills an old medicine dropper he found in a dumpster last year. The spotted puppy, the weak one, barely responds when Marcus picks it up. Its eyes are half closed. Its breathing is shallow. "Come on," Marcus whispers. "Come on, little one." He presses the dropper to the puppy's mouth. A few drops, then a few more. At first, nothing. Then, the puppy swallows, takes another drop, and another. Its tiny tail wags just once, but it's enough. Marcus's eyes fill with tears. There you go, little fighter." He feeds the other 2 puppies next, then sets out food for Stella. This time she eats slowly, carefully, like she's savoring every bite. When she's done, she crawls over to Marcus and rests her head on his lap. He runs his hand over her matted fur, feels her breathing steady, calm. "All right," Marcus says quietly. "You need a name. You're Stella." He looks at the puppies. "That's Boots, the brown one with white paws. That's Copper, the other brown one. And you," he picks up the spotted puppy, the survivor, "you're Ash." Stella closes her eyes. For the first time in months, maybe years, Marcus feels something he thought he'd lost forever. "Worth. Welcome home," he whispers. Spring comes to Millbrook like a promise kept. Marcus stands outside the water tower watching Stella chase her puppies through the tall grass. She doesn't look like the same dog anymore. Her coat shines in the sunlight. She's gained weight. Her eyes are clear and bright and full of something Marcus recognizes now: joy. The puppies are chaos incarnate. Boots trips over his own white paws. Copper barks at butterflies. And Ash, the spotted one, the survivor, he's the boldest of them all. He's already tried climbing the ladder twice this week. Marcus thinks about that morning by the ditch, about the soggy bread crust, about Stella's eyes asking if he would hurt them too. He thinks about Reed's truck and Sal's camera, and the moment he decided to stand his ground. Some choices change everything. Sal stops by every Wednesday now with expired dog food that's never actually expired. He sits on the grass with Marcus and doesn't say much. Doesn't need to. Some friendships are built on silence and understanding. The water tower isn't perfect. The door still doesn't lock right. The concrete's still cold at night. But there are blankets now, real ones, and food, and a family that chose each other when the world said they weren't worth choosing. Marcus crouches down and all 3 puppies pile onto him at once. Stella sits beside him, watching her bobbies with that calm, protective gaze he's come to love. "You know what you taught me," Marcus says to her quietly. "That being broken doesn't mean being worthless. That fighting for something, even when you're scared, that's what makes you whole." Stella leans against him. Her tail thumps twice. Above them, the water tower stands against the spring sky, not abandoned anymore, not forgotten. Home, and worth every scar it took to get here. Lesson learned here is that redemption doesn't require perfection, it requires showing up. In our darkest moments, when we feel most worthless, that's when choosing to care for another broken soul can save us both. Worth isn't given. It's not earned. It's claimed, one terrified choice at a time. Sometimes the family that saves you is the one you rescue first. Thank you for watching this interesting story. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave your thoughts below.